Okay. Howdy and aloha, everyone. It's James with Monotalk. It is July 24th, 2024. This is my documentary of just how fucking nuts this planet is. That's pretty fucking nuts. Okay, first things first. Let's go to how many times has Netnyahoo addressed Congress? 4 times, right? Which is interesting because a lot of people think it's the first time, and if you're younger, you think it's the first time or it's the second time. But he usually does it during a major election year. Just letting you know. It's like fucking clockwork, man. It's crazy. Foreign aid has gone to Israel just recently, a lot, but they have received the most foreign aid overall from our country, close to 300 billion. That's in one of my videos in the past. I didn't have time to look it up, but you know, if you research it, you can find it. It's on YouTube. So that's interesting too, isn't it? And a close second, within a short amount of time, is Ukraine. So now we're going to jump to how many Jewish people there? Yeah, 6.3 million as of 2023. Yeah, that's a lot. Right? That's a lot of people. That's important to know. If you're trying to get votes, right? If you're trying to get votes, you probably want to go with the people that have a larger majority of people demographically, right? How many Muslims? 2 million. Or 4.453 Americans. That was 2020. Muslims making the third largest religion in the country. However, estimated Muslim population is range from 2 to 7 million. Estimated is about 3.8 million Muslims live in the U.S. in 2020. So that's not a lot. All right, so let's look at this number again. 6.3 million. 3.8. And if you notice, with this pie, you can see Protestant, that's, you know, your basic Christian, and then Roman Catholic, Hispanics, lots of Hispanics, or Irish and Italian or Roman Catholics, other Christians, Jewish 1.7, Buddhists. Muslim is 0.6, which isn't much, right? It's about demographics, right? That's what it's about. Partially. Israel has been a military industrial complex recipient of money for a long time, decades and decades. That's why they hold the record of close to $300 billion total, with Ukraine being a close second, which is very interesting. Now, we just heard Netnyahoo speak, right? He's out there, you know, campaigning. He delivers his big speech. To see him walk in here. This is earlier today. Associated Press. All right. A handler, or intern. Big protests outside. And who greets him first? Yeah. Wasn't Kamala Harris. Wasn't Joe Biden, which is interesting. It was Mike frickin' Johnson. Big old hug. Bro, we got your money. Just circle it back to us. You know.
Certainly happy to welcome our friend Benjamin Netnyahoo, who is, of course, the Prime Minister of the State of Israel. This is a very important time. Our bipartisan congressional leadership recognized it as such and invited him here because our dear ally Israel is in an existential fight for its very...
It's demographics, people. I don't know what else to tell you. It's a ton of money. It's a ton of money. Oh, what's up? Hey, Jordan, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, everybody hates Kamala, dude. She's just a fucking whack job. So now you I'm not going to get into that right now. I'll get into it in a second. I got to make this kind of quick. But it's very interesting how we've always used Israel as a siphon for the military-industrial complex money. And they always use Palestine. Somebody, October 7th, last year, I believe, there was the attack. And that was found to be done by mostly Israel. It's all orchestrated. I fucking told you. Look up the Gulf of Tonkin. Look up, for Vietnam. Look up Pearl Harbor. That was financed and by both sides, by banks on both sides of the aisle. Look at 9/11, Building 7. That started major funding and money that supposedly disappeared a day before. $2.3 trillion. Donald Rumsfeld came out and announced that he couldn't. We lost How do you lose $2.3 trillion? But you know what? Those FICO scores are fucking important. Isn't that stupid? The amount of money that the United States has lost in the past, I don't know, few decades has to be at least $10, $15 trillion. Just has to be. I mean, I should actually do the research on that and see if I can come up with an approximate number, which I think I'm going to do. But I'm sure it's somewhere around 10 trillion. And that lost money, I don't know if you know how much $1 trillion is, but it's a fucking shit ton of money. $1 trillion could feed the world for 100 years. For 100 years. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack, popcorn at night, movie theaters, buy houses for everybody. It's crazy. But all this money goes to these billionaires and gazillionaires and the global pedo-predator class. AKA World Economic Forum, BlackRock, State Street, Vanguard, JP Morgan Chase, just all these giant financial institutions, NGOs, fucking the Clinton Foundation, Bill Gates Foundation, just everywhere, but to the people, to our infrastructure, to our roads, to our highways, to healthcare, to just everything. You know, if all this money that they lose and throw around to Ukraine and Israel and fucking just everywhere else but us, if it all went to us, to where it's supposed to go, what? I mean, think about it. Where the fuck? Oh, you guys gotta go see that video. 3,248 views. Andrew Coppin. This was early May of 2021. I think it was sooner than that when I did it. I think it was 2020, but then I posted it on Odyssey because my first channel got taken down because I was talking about the COVID stone. How many birds do you hit with one COVID stone? Yeah. I figured out their play in April on what was going on with flu-19. It was pretty interesting. Good information. And I nailed it. And now they're talking about it all over the place. It's fucking funny how all the things that I was taken down for on my 5 previous channels, when I had hundreds, maybe a thousand or so altogether, subscribers, you know, and I was starting to really launch and get a lot of attention because I was questioning authority and its sources at every turn, and I was chiggity checking myself before I wrecked myself, and I was, you know, doing some deep diving, not just down a little stupid rabbit hole, but in the abyss. That's what I do. I'll snorkel, you know, mask, I'll go down, you know, like I used to do in Hawaii. I used to dive down. I think the furthest I dove down was at least over 50 feet, you know, without a tank. You can do it. You just got to pressure your nose and stuff. And after a certain amount of time, you do it so many times, it just doesn't really affect you. Yeah, I kept that video. It's on Odyssey. It's in the... It should be below. You can see it. If you go to my... Let's just see. Let me just show you here. Let's make sure I turn this off here. But if you go down to more, it should show. Oh, I got to start putting that in there. Oh, I had it in there. It's in some of my older videos. I got to keep that in there. The links to Odyssey, Rumble, right? Because I have Rumble, just a few videos. It's a pain in the ass to fucking link Rumble. It's just a fucking pain in the ass. I swear to God. It's just they've got to make that easier to do. You got to set this up and put that in and do this and do that. You know, it's just a pain in the fucking ass. But there's my Rumble. Here's Odyssey. Right. I wanted to go over this real quick, though, as well. 2 Indians walk into a bar. Lying dog and spread eagle. It's just... We all know how she got where she went. And a lot of actresses do that. I'm sorry. You know, men and women. Most producers in Hollywood, believe it or not, directors are fucking extremely bisexual, and most are pedophiles. I just have to tell you. I've seen it. Many people will pay the same thing. But if you go, let me see what's on TikTok. I'm not gonna. Oh, this is a good one. I gotta play this one. This is good. This is good. Here.
Today on August 15th, 2020,
Good.
I stand before you as the first candidate for Vice President of the United States of South Asian descent. People of India and to Indian Americans all across the United States, I want to wish you a happy Indian Independence Day. Today on August 15th, 2020, I stand before you as the first candidate for Vice President of the United States of South Asian descent. People of India and to Indian Americans all across the United States, I want to wish you a happy Indian
Whatever they need to be.
Day.
Right?
Today on August 15th,
This guy is funny.
2020, I stand before
sure.
you as the first candidate for Vice President.
Yeah, whatever they need to be. It's just the way they roll. They're going to say whatever they need to say to get in office. But here she is, truly right here. This is her. This is her right here. Right? This is from Jill, who is a World Economic Forum puppet. And sadly, Kim Iverson, who I thought had a pair and was reasonable or logical and didn't have Trump derangement syndrome, but obviously does, fucking threw in her hat and her vote and pledged to vote for Jill Stein, which is a fucking complete waste. Anybody that votes for Jill Stein, I'm going to tell you right now, it's a fucking waste. That party is where progressives go to die. That's where it happens. That party is where nothing will ever happen. They concentrate on dog catcher. They concentrate on city council member. They've never put any... They've only gone for president, which is the biggest long shot because they've never had enough fucking... They've never had ballot access in all states, ever. And I used to be with them, and I tried to tell them, all you need, and you have, 300,000 people in all of the United States, of 320 million people, with more than half of those people being voters, right? So 170 million people, approximately, and all you have is 300,000 people, and you guys are spreading yourselves out. You won't even put one fucking person in Congress as a House of Representatives in D.C. And I tried to tell them, because I fell for the climate change shit. I fell for the fucking, all this other bullshit. And I'm sorry, I did. Like a lot of people have. I said, it was so in your face, logical, reasonable, the best thing practice to do, and then I figured out they don't want people in there. That's not what they're trying to do. They're just trying to lure people away from whatever party they can. Right? So you can waste your fucking time and your money and your effort. Because I was trying to get them to put just one, take all your money, all your resources, and focus on one fucking person. Put them in the House of Representatives. Just one. Find any fucking state. I don't care. The easiest state to win. And they didn't fucking listen. Which to me, at that point, I said, well, they don't want to win. That's not their goal. Their goal is just to fucking get the leftovers and get them out of the system. That's it. That's all. That's what the Green Party is. It's just a way to get rid of fucking people that are teeter-tottering and all this other stuff. But I've came to the realization that in my life, and I've been a Republican, a Democrat, Republican, Democrat, independent. I'm independent now. As I'm beginning, and only because of Trump, is because it's been better for me as when I put a Republican in office. My life was better. I had a house, a property, and I was traveling. I was doing better. Prices of things were lower. But a Democrat, for some reason, just fucks shit up so goddamn bad. And when you do the research, that's the truth. Especially now. You have no idea what is hitting us, and it's just starting to affect us what this border's doing. Kids, people in blue states are fucking completely out of work because they're hiring immigrants. Immigrants that are getting money for crossing the border, up to $5,000. This is documented. They get health care. They get a free cell phone. Can you imagine? And then they're going to be used to vote. People that have never been here, right through the fence, right off the boat, right through the tunnel. They're going to make and decide who our presidents, our city councilmen. Just crazy. How is that fucking democracy? When people that have worked here, lived here, let's say a child's been here, born here, all of their lives, they've bought toys and they've bought bicycles and parts, and they've gone to the store and they've paid state taxes and they paid federal taxes, a job they finally had. They're starting to pitch in their Social Security. They're working at 15, 16, 17, 18 years old. And then somebody from just out of nowhere is able to match their vote. That's a slap in the face, especially to the people that went through the system, took the civics test. I bet you most of you couldn't pass that test. I would bet most of you couldn't pass that civics test. It's got questions in there. I was baffled. But the biggest problem right now is not just citizenship, but it's census. They can use the amount of people in each state to nullify or confirm votes. In other words, there's 39 million people in California. And let's just say there's an extra 5 million. Right? An extra 5 million. Guaranteed. I guarantee there's at least an extra 3 to 4 million in California that came through the border since 2021. I guarantee. I guarantee it's close to that. Those people can go vote in certain areas, or if they're unable to vote, they can use that number to say those people voted. They're not citizens, so we need to make sure census does not count. Census does not count, or the amount of people in the state does not count who actually voted. You have to get registered voters that are U.S. citizens legally in this country to be able to vote. That's part of our process, just the way it's been forever. For a fucking long time. It's maybe, 200 years ago, maybe it was a little different. But right now, that's the process. We need to take our polling and our voting systems seriously. I don't want this fucking crazy bitch anywhere near the White House. I didn't want fucking Pedo Joe near the White House. Because she's just bad news. She's a fucking psychopath. She's, worse than a psychopath in my opinion. And Kim Iverson, you're disappointing. You're so good at so many things. You're great. Yeah, I think that would be a good idea. I would, if I was anywhere near Donald Trump, there's so many things I would go over with him. But I understand his formalities. What a lot of people don't realize right now, I'm glad you brought that up there, Jordan, is there's a lot of formalities that he has to go through to get him to the podium, to the White House. And he's going to go through those processes, and he's going to do what he has to do to appease certain factions, certain, in a sense, regimes, certain corporations, certain lobbying bodies, that he has to do these things. One, believe it or not, is AIPAC. And everybody fucking hates AIPAC. I get it. AIPAC and war synonymous. It's really sad. You know, Mike Johnson is a product of AIPAC. He's, you know, so is McCarthy. But that can change. And what he is going to do, if you look at Agenda 47, which I hate the fucking name, they should have just called it Mission 47. You know, like Mission Impossible, but the fucking agenda word, I guess, is popular right now. It clearly shows that AIPAC really doesn't like 47. You gotta look it up. Just go to Trump's official website, campaign website, and just go through each one. Right? It has nothing to do with Project 47. And he even said it has nothing to do with Project 47. Let me see if I can find what he said here and here. We'll go on to truth. Not my profile. We're going to go to discover. Where's Trump was right. The lion is roaring. Dude, he should be. What the fuck picture is that? He should be carrying a fire hose. Stupid fucking idiots. That's not the guy. No, that's not him. This is wrong too. This is not the fucking dude. I gotta put that in. This is not the guy. Oh, God. Let's go, Brenda. That's a good one. Let's open this up a little bit. Yeah, there's a lot of stupid information out there too. It's kind of hard to keep up. People throwing crap on the wall and see if it sticks. Let me go. Let me see what Drano's got some good stuff. I hope everyone is interviewing Kamala Harris continues to ask her this one question: how many primary votes did you get? That's a good question. How many fucking primaries? She didn't. They said 27 states put her through. That's what they're saying. And that came at a snap of a finger. So that process usually takes about a week or two. Because I know. I was a media committee member and a delegate in the Green Party. I was also part of... I was never part of... I was back in... when Bush... I did something with the Republican Party. You have an aunt named Bray. Sorry about that. But her name's going to be used a lot, Jordan. Just let you know. Yeah, but I got to show you this right here of Trump. Let me just see. Real. It's crazy. You got to put real Donald Trump to find Donald Trump. It doesn't make any sense. All right. Thank you, North Carolina. We'll see you tonight. This is not going to be, from what I know, televised, so I don't see anything bad happening. Right? I don't see anything bad happening. All right. It's weird, and it's very telling and revealing that the first time the mainstream media had been to his... This is very revealing. Like, the whole theater production was waiting for that moment. That moment. They weren't waiting for it. They planned for it. At Butler. At the rally on 7/13. At 6:11 p.m. They fucking waited. They planned it all. They wanted to get that live because this is what they wanted to do. They were getting rid of two birds with one stone, one projectile. They wanted to get rid of him, of course, because he's a fucking force to be reckoned with, and they're scared as shit of him, because he's going to reveal the gigantic pedo ring. He's going to get rid of all the fucking trafficking. And the problem is a lot of Democrats just can't have that. They just don't want that. And all the supporters that are with them are probably part of it. They're probably in it. There's a bunch of sick fuckers in this country, all over the world. You would be so fucking surprised. That, you know, go on TikTok, there's some sick shit. You go, even on YouTube, you just, you know, you're watching like a 43-year-old man in a beard wearing a thong and high heels with horns out of his head, dancing and having story time with 7 and 8-year-olds. But they won't do that in an elderly folks' home. I wonder why that is. These fucking sick fucks. They're a bunch of sickos. It's all the global pedo-predator class wants to make pedophilia okay. They want to paint this giant picture that it's okay because they do it. They're sick fucks. They fucking do it constantly. All right, so he threw out some questions and some comments. Oh, wait, he hasn't commented on this yet. Wait a second. This is a good one. I put this up. Maybe he grabbed this from me. I don't know. He grabbed this from this dude. I put this up right here. Of course, it's tiny there. It's stupid. California, Kamala Harris becomes the first Indian American U.S. Senator in 2016, right? Biden picks Kamala Harris as running mate, first black woman. And Asian. I don't know what the fuck she is anymore. It's crazy. I got out of my documents case by winning against the full force and power of the U.S. Department of Justice. Whereas Biden got out of his documents case by being called incompetent. That's fucking true. That's true. What's this one? What else has it got? I watched a congressional hearing today and Christopher Wray was asked the question whether or not he noticed any cognitive degeneration in his many conversations with crooked Joe Biden. And despite the fact that special counsel Robert Hur said effectively that Joe Biden is incompetent with little memory, etc., Wray said that it was not something I observed during my interactions with him, which were uneventful and unremarkable, essentially stating that he found nothing wrong mentally or physically with Joe. If that is the case, Director Wray should resign immediately from the FBI and stop sweet-talking Congress every time he goes up, which he loves to do. Because anybody can see that Joe Biden is cognitively, physically challenged. And if you can see that, you sure as hell can't be running the FBI. Unless, that is, you want to illegally lead the raid on Mar-a-Lago. Wray has to resign. And now for lying to Congress. Yeah, he's been lying. There's so much stuff they've been lying about. It's fucking crazy. Fucking crazy. Yeah, there's going to be some holes they're going to poke through in his hearing today. Yeah, and what's interesting is I'm watching Jim Jordan talk to Wray, and it's like they have this jovial thing going. I was like, dude, Jordan, that guy's not your friend. He'll fucking take you out in a second. Maybe that's what he's concerned about, right? What else we got here from? There's something in here that I wanted to show that he said earlier. Yeah, he's got to do the Netnyahoo. See you, buddy. Oh, this is the one right here. This is very important. Does lying Kamala Harris think Joe Biden is fit to run the USA for the next 6 months? She must answer the question. Now it appears Joe's delegating his presidential authority to unelected Washington bureaucrats. He doesn't even trust his vice president. So who the fuck is running the country? Oh, God bless this guy. Gunned down by somebody. That's really a good point. I think we need to take an effect here. I think that's a super good point. Right? I think this is the question everybody should be asking right now, but they're so distracted by like 1,000 other things. They're good at misdirecting your attention. You guys, most people out there, and I've been there, are like a kitten chasing the laser pointer, right? On the carpet or on the ground, right? So fucking obvious. Who is running the country? If this guy can't campaign, if he's incompetent to go to trial, then how in the fuck is this man allowed to run the country? The most powerful country on the planet. How is that even fucking possible? That's crazy. That's craziness. The lunacy of the left has gone beyond what I remember them being. And it all started when Bernie took the deal or was coerced or was threatened, who knows. It's when he gave up. It actually kind of started when Tulsi was forced out in 2015-16 as well. She was fucking just like, get the fuck. And she said it. Look, read her book. She said it in many interviews. I was basically forced out. I didn't have a chance. Yeah, this party's not who you think they are. They are fucking not who you fucking think they are, man. And what's interesting is people think they're all about democracy. Are they? You know, I had a little skirmish with a Biden, whatever, supporter the other day, and I showed him this. I said, have you seen these facts? 13th Amendment, 15th Amendment, 14th Amendment, the percentages, Lincoln, JFK, MLK, created the KKK, lynched, segregation, Crow. I mean, read it. Margaret Sanger purposely went into black neighborhoods. He goes, well, that may be true, but that's not the way it is now. I go, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I said, are you nuts? Because they haven't done anything they've been saying they've been wanting to do for you for how long? Did you guys get your Medicare for all yet? How about Roe versus Wade? Is that codified? No. Free college, is that absolute yet? You guys, anything with that? Right? Wars. Any wars? Wait. Who's starting the wars? Who's doing the wars now? Who's doing it? Who's doing all the wars now? Oh, yeah. Democrats. Right? And Rhipiglicans. They love, Congress loves wars. That's where money just moves around like crazy. It's a circle jerk of money. They just make up some number, pull it out of the fucking magical hat, put us further in debt. We're at 35 trillion, right? And then they disperse it where they need to, in Cayman Island accounts, South African accounts, Swiss bank accounts, right? And then that money goes, they buy gold and they store it away. There's a whole fucking process. I'm telling you, it's a fucking, this country, the government is so full of scammers, and Trump wants to stop it. He's going through the formalities right now. I'm telling you, he's going through the formalities. But when he gets in, shit's gonna fucking change, and it's not gonna hurt you. Everybody thinks, oh, they're coming after us. He's not gonna allow this. And then, no, go check Agenda 47 on his website. I hate the fucking name. Who's the idiot campaign manager that fucking put that name in there? Yeah, his closest team and his campaign need to be fired as well. I mean, I'm not talking about his kids, but I am talking about some of the other people involved in his campaign. Wait, who are those people? I think I just showed you. Right? Oh, there they are, right here. When we get to that, I'll show you. Here they are right there. Trump's campaign team fuck up. Yeah. They're a bunch of fuck ups. Stephen Chang, Susie Wiles, Brian Jack, Chris Kivita, Eric Bandstand, Tim Miller, Carolyn Levet. I think some of those people may not even be there now. This is kind of old. But let me show you what I stand for. Okay? This is what I stand for. I'm just going to show you. And then I'll leave it at that. I got to get on a call here pretty soon. Very important. Let me go to here. And this. Alright. See if we can fit it all in there. Yeah, there it is. Well, maybe not. Let me see. I'll just make it smaller. Oh, it's so fucking big right now. Jesus Christ. First of all, you need to know that the 202-224-3121 phone number will get you straight to your senator or your House of Representative person. Quickly. And it'll be an intern, but they document what you're talking about and what the issues are. So here are the issues. Here are the things that I support and don't support. If you disagree, then, I don't say good for you. But let me just go over them. Right here, stop, remove, and eradicate the following. Global child trafficking. Number one, that's what Trump is trying to do. Citizens United, I want to get money out of politics. The lobbyists, AIPAC, all this shit. It needs to be regulated. It needs to be from the United States. I don't want foreign countries able to throw money into the pot. Okay, it just needs to be revamped. The World Economic Forum needs to be stopped, removed, and eradicated. Corporate Equality Index, right? Environmental social governance needs to go as well. Diversity, equity, and inclusion at public funded colleges definitely needs to go pretty much everywhere. The 3 women that were not tall enough and didn't have the experience and frantically, like chickens with their heads cut off, freaking during July 13th at, I don't know, just shortly after 6:11 p.m., just completely just looked ridiculous. I don't think women should be protecting, unless you're 6'2" and you're fucking stronger than shit. Yeah, put your body in front of a bullet. But I just don't like the fact of women being in war. I just, which they can. I'm okay with them, if they want to fucking fight for this country on the fucking shoreline, on the borders, invasion, at some point, pick up a gun, I get it. But just throwing you guys out there in the slaughterhouse and the fucking meat grinder, I'm not into that. I just, women are too precious to me. All right. CBDC, central bank digital currency, needs to stop, be removed, eradicated. World Health Organization pandemic treaty needs to definitely go. The Restrict Act, or all this fucking bullshit in regards to our safety and security on the internet bullshit, needs to go. Geo-Engineering / cloud seeding definitely needs to go. Bayer, Monsanto, Big Chemical, Dow, and all these, they need to be fucking fixed, because I'm sick of going fishing, going in the ocean or whatever, and there's spills and junk. And I mean, there's places when I was a kid that I had no problem swimming in, lakes all over the country, and now you can't go in them. They're just hazards. Look at the Kanawha River in West Virginia. The Kanawha River in West Virginia, near Charleston, is called Chemical River. That's the nickname of that river. And it's a beautiful river. It's a large body of the Ohio River, I believe. And the thing is you can't eat fish out of there. There's just no way you're going to eat fish out of there. And that needs to change. We really need to start moving away from the chemical industry, back into the natural industry, and let our own biosystems clean and do things. There's ways. That's something we need to work on. Pollution. Here's also restrict and regulate big pharma, big hospital, big elderly care, big nuclear, and I need to put big psychology because they all work the same. They don't want you healthy. They don't want you fucking healthy. They want you sick. That's how they make their money. If you go to a doctor and the first thing your doctor says is, what have you been doing the past few years or whatever? What have you been eating? What's your hobbies? Stuff like that. If you don't hear that from your doctor, and maybe they do say that, but they immediately subscribe something to you, then run. Because that means that doctor's just getting money under the table from the fucking pharmaceutical rep. Say yes and demand we have the purest water and the healthiest food. Donald Trump wants that. Agenda 47 speaks to that. Healthiest water, purest water, like spring water from the mountain, stuff like that. He freed Julian Assange, which he's now free. I think that was his influence. I'm pretty sure they wanted to do that anyway, but they also put Julian Assange now had a deal. So I'm not seeing a lot. What people aren't seeing is where's all the WikiLeaks stuff from Julian Assange? Where's it? There it is. Well, that'll be exposed when Trump gets into office because he wanted to really free him without a fucking deal. There's a difference. And fucking Kim Iverson is just... the TDS with her is just fucking crazy. And many others. Well, they're all to blame Trump for COVID-19, lockdowns, massive vaccine. Lay bomb where it needs to be laid, right? We need to go get rid of Fauci, need to get rid of Gates, and all this other stuff. But this is it. This is most of it. I think this is important for everybody to understand and know why I'm in that place. We also need to alert to emergencies. When the WIPP plutonium store burned, we should have told Texas to evacuate or at least tell them of the threat. Now I get you. We may actually need cloud seeding in some circumstances, but no, what? No. I'm not gonna, there's no need to fucking throw metal particles, Snork, in the fucking, no, I don't want it. I want just regular rain. I want regular oxygen. I want stuff that we had when we were children. I can totally tell the difference now. It's so weird. Not too much out here, but there are pictures I've seen on Instagram, YouTube, everywhere. They send me, I get pictures posted of like that day. Well, somebody's just videotaping. Oh, there's another line. Oh, there's another line. There's another line across. There's another line across the sky. Just continuous. They're not vapor trails evaporate. It takes a little time, but they don't leave this white cloud afterwards. It just keeps seeping over everything. Yeah, to be. But it should not be secret and not without the public being informed. Yeah. Might want to rethink that one, bro. You're a brilliant man, but look. The Flexner report. And I was talking to, what was her name? Who I was hoping that might come on sometime. Diana Block, beautiful, wonderful lady, just gorgeous. And I was hoping that we would discuss cloud seeding and a few other things because she's like a vegan, I think, or something like that. And I wanted to go over her, but she hasn't been, boot. She hasn't done any of that since like 2006, 2007. She's pure natural, and she looks it too. She looks really good. But she's in the same mindset as where I am at, as many people are. We've gone so close and into science and technology, we've lost our natural like I said, the Flexner report, which got rid of holistic and natural, opathic, neopathic, or I forget the words coming to me. Natural remedies and stuff like that, which some work and some need help. Of course, I get it, but there has to be a kind of a happy medium there. There's a lot. We're just too far away. We've just gotten so far away from just the body itself has an amazing immune system. It has an amazing repair system. If a horse breaks its leg, it doesn't fucking heal back. It's the craziest thing. Geckos, you chop off a foot and it grows a tail, it grows it back. That's crazy. But the other thing is the human bodies are able to just regenerate tissue by itself. It has an immune system. It has a repair system. It's a fucking amazing machine. We're not like fast like, Deadpool or Wolverine, who fucking stupid ass. What's that guy who plays with Wolverine? You know what I'm talking about. Jack, what's his name? He fucked up. He just totally fucked up. He's all about Bill Gates in his new book. But he did it to plug Bill Gates, which he may be plugging Bill Gates. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to leave it at that. I need everybody to do me a favor. Like, subscribe, share, let people know about the show. I don't think that YouTube likes the fact that I'm going to get over 50 people and I'm going to be able to go out and interview things on my phone. I don't think they like that. So I've been at 48 fucking subscribers or under 50 for like a year and a half, almost 2 years now with this particular channel. It's crazy. If I start to get bigger, they'll take me down. I already know it. They're just waiting, right? Or they're just posturing. They're unfueling me because I'm an influence operator, right? Or just somebody that fucking tells you to do your own research. Don't take my word for it. Go look it up. Here's the links. If you don't like the links, go look it up yourself. That's the way I roll. Anyway, thank you for being here. Good talking with you. I might come on later tonight. Maybe we can go over a few things, debating. Other than that, let me just show a picture here real quick. There's the one. I want to show this picture right here. Right there. I saw this picture the other day. I thought it was fucking brilliant. That's it. That's basically what goes on in this world. I don't know. There's Chatham House. There's Council on Foreign Relations. But the World Economic Forum has really been the major, one of the major terrorist groups, in my opinion. I think they're just the largest terrorist entity on the planet. And I've indicated and shown, go to their website. I fucking, I don't give a shit. I went in, used my email. Now I fucking get emails from them. And the shit they fucking say is crazy. But the thing they say the most, which is what BlackRock does, is corporate governance. They don't want sovereign states. They want it to be owned by the corporations. Oh, by the way, I'm kind of reading 1984. I know about it, but I'm reading it, and I'm trying to remember the Ooze Corp or Encore. That's corporate governance. 1984 is about corporate governance. That's it. Go read it. That's how they've, everybody else is fucked. It's just the way it's been. It's pretty sad. Yeah. It's funny, the other day I was watching TikTok and some video pups. It goes, trans for Trump. I'm like, that's fucking radical. And the guy was, or whatever, he was serious. He was fucking serious. He's like, I don't want these fucking Demoncrats to fucking, I want to be able to do my thing. I mean, there's a lot of fucking people out there like that. They understand who's really running the show. And it's not Joe Biden. It's these fucking people. It's these fucking people. If Netanyahu and Israel is like your biggest thing, I get it. I get it. But that can be fixed. And I don't think Trump's going to keep throwing down that road anyway. He's had some fucking words against Netanyahu in the past. Look it up. Yeah. He has never been big on the Republican Party as well. This is his base right here. This is Trump's base. Before I go, I'm just going to show you. They're sick of the bullshit. Right? They're just sick of it. We're done. When we put you back in power, no more hearings, no more committees, no more special investigations. The evidence has been laid bare for the whole world to see. We want justice. We want indictments. We want prison for all those that committed treason against the U.S. and our nation. Yeah. That's it. This is the, I'm telling you, this he thinks about this all the time. Right? Yeah. So go to this website. I'm updating it every once in a while. I'll probably need to throw in some more pictures recently, but just go here and check it out. Aloha, everybody. Mahalo. And thank you for being here at Mana Talk. Mana meaning power, talking meaning talking. Some people just don't communicate. They don't talk. They're afraid to speak to people. It's really sad. Yeah, I've always been kind of a jabberjaw anyway. Aloha. Bye-bye.